Hello everyone, and today I'm going to start a new series that I've been wanting to do for a little bit now. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this series yet. But basically the idea of this series is I'm going to go over some unconventional builds that you would not see very often. But they actually work. Now I've tried this build once and I've tried it a couple times. You can see it in one of my other videos. And actually works pretty well. Now, first off, this is not a build that I came up with. I saw this build from Weekend, who is the jungler for the pro team AFK. He's very good. Obviously, this first one is going to be on Thanatos, and he is probably, I would say, the best Thanatos player in the world right now. He's very good at Thanatos. So, this Thanatos build. This is more of a solo Thanatos, I would say. It's kind of a tanky build for him. I like to call it Tankatos. It's very good. I went 5-0 against a Hercules with this build. I probably shouldn't have, but hey, it could work. So I start off, let you get Death Toll. Thanatos kind of needs Death Toll because his abilities use his health. And since his last basic attack in his chain is a cleave, so it hit the 3 minions, you can get a pretty good bit of life and a little bit of mana back with it. Mana's not really that big on Thanatos since his abilities don't really use that much of it. The main thing with it is using his health. So yeah, I would get, plus Death Toll also gives you some damage, which is always good. Next, I feel that you need to get Hand the Gods 2, because it's only on a 60-second cooldown. You can use it pretty much on every other wave. Helps with your clear a lot because you won't have the best lane clear as Thanatos. But if you feel you could get away with it, obviously then, go with whatever you feel like you need. But Thanatos still needs it in the jungle, so I don't see why he wouldn't really want it in solo. Although, like I said before, since he doesn't use hardly any mana, and he uses mostly his life to cast his spells, I would get 2 health potions. Plus, you get mana potion in solo anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. Alright, first off, you want to get Warrior Tabby. Thanatos is not a basic attack god, so he just wants as much damage as he can get. And this will give you the most damage you can get out of boots. So, it's not much to go over there. Secondly, you want Yotons. Same thing. Thanatos is not a basic attack god. He's very reliant on his abilities because Death Scythe will just chunk people, especially early. This is just going to put it on a shorter cooldown. It's going to do a lot more damage. And it's a very good item. This is about the time that you will start just chunking people for their health, especially with your Death Scythe. Third, we're going to get Rune Forge Hammer. Now, if the enemy that you're going against is not a if you're not going against a if the solo laner and the jungler are not both physical, then I would probably get the Magi's here. But if they're both physical, then I would go and get the Rune Forge Hammer. Rune Forge Hammer is going to give you some much needed defense. Thanatos is super squishy. The defense will help him. He's going to get some extra health, and he's just going to get some extra damage. Rune Forge is very good. Next, we got Titan's Bane. Titan's Bane will just give you a bunch of penetration, especially against the people that you'll be laning against, because most of the people that lane in solo are going to be warriors, and warriors are pretty beefy. Next off, if you went ahead and built the Rune Forge Hammer, this is when you want to get Magi's. And I'm getting Party Invites. And but if you got Magi's first, then this is what you'll want to get Rune Forge Hammer. But Magi's gonna be very good. Like I said before, you're super squishy as Thanatos. And the last thing you want is to be stunned. Or any other CC. And that's gonna take care of that problem. Also gives you a little bit of defense. It's not bad. And it gives you some health, which is also very important. Lastly, since your abilities do take health, and sometimes you get super low on health in the middle of a fight, and you can't really use your abilities when you need to. Well, this is going to help you be able to still use your abilities. It's also just going to keep you healthy when you leave a fight. And, you might not think it's much, a little bit of the health regen that you'll get from this, but if you don't have enough health to use your death scythe, and you're being chased, this could give you enough health so you can cast your death scythe. And you're going to get a pretty good bit of health back from if you hit someone with the death scythe. That could keep you alive, or it could just even turn the fight around. So yeah, I would suggest doing a guy. Now, of course, these defensive items are more general defensive items. I mean, if the team doesn't have a whole lot of CC, you don't have to get Magi. You could just get Spirit Robes or Hide the Urchin, I would say. I would still suggest starting a guy pretty much no matter what they have on their team, because it's kind of useful for your abilities. I would also really suggest Runeforge Hammer, but if the enemy team has, I don't know, they have a bunch of hunters or something, I guess you could go Midgardian Mail or something like that, if you really need to. But yeah, that's the basic of this build. As far as solo Thanatos goes, I mostly leveled up my 1 and my 3. I didn't put any points in my 2 until I got the other 2 maxed out, but I don't know. I probably need to try it sometime with putting a level on my 2. It could be pretty good. But yeah, that's it for Thanatos, as I call him, or Tanky Thanatos. That's a pretty good build. Most people would not expect you to build kind of tanky like this, more bruiserish, I guess you say. And I think it's not competitively viable, but I think it's still pretty viable. It could work. And like I said, nobody would really be expecting it. So I hope you guys give this build a try. I've had a lot of fun with it. And, well, hope you guys have a great day and have fun.